Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Exactly. My favorite player of all time is Tracy McGrady. I'm a basic 2000s NBA fan, I know. Just about everyone who grew up watching basketball in the early 2000s is either a T-Mac or a Kobe fan, mainly because they were rivals. Kobe himself even acknowledged Tracy McGrady as the toughest player he has ever had to go against in his entire career. From LeBron, Iverson, Wade, anyone else you would want to mention. To Kobe, McGrady was the toughest. Matter of fact, I'm not even wearing the right shirt to make this video right here. I was Team McGrady. Anyways, he did an open interview at the Basketball Hall of Fame yesterday. And during that interview, he said something. Tracy McGrady, one of the greatest yet most upsetting stories in the NBA. Had he been able to stay healthy, he probably would have been up there with the Kobes and all of the other legends throughout NBA history when it comes down to greatest to ever play the game, period. In terms of talent and skill levels alone, minus accomplishments or anything else people might try and use to measure the greatest players to ever play, which is all subjective by the way. Just based on skill set alone, Tracy McGrady to me is definitely up there. Without a doubt, one of the best players the league has ever seen. 7-time All-Star, won the most improved player back in 2001, 2-time scoring champion, made 7 All-NBA teams. Exact numbers were brought to you by landofbasketball.com. Even though he is my favorite player, don't nobody remember every single accomplishment from every player in NBA history down to the exact number. Anyone that says they do is just trying to flex, or they might just have way too much free time on their hands. Like I was saying though, even though it was injury riddled, he still accomplished a lot during his NBA career. The only thing he is missing on his resume is an NBA championship. And had it not been for that ridiculous shot hit by Ray Allen in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals, he would have had it. But regardless of all of that, he is still being inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame this September, and you best to believe I am excited about that. And according to him at least, the fact that he doesn't have a ring is all good because he would rather be in the Basketball Hall of Fame than win an NBA championship, as he said this yesterday. Social media can give a lot of people voice these days, and the first thing they say is no rings, no rings. You have to have a great team and some luck to get a ring, right? Unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with that, but I go back at them with this. Anybody can win a championship. Everybody can't get into the Hall of Fame. That's some straight up facts right there. You know, Tracy McGrady brought up a couple of really good points in those couple of sentences. The first one was kind of obvious. It's much harder to get into the NBA Hall of Fame than to win an NBA ring. Anybody can win a ring, not anybody can get into the NBA Hall of Fame. Darko Milicic won a ring his first year in the NBA. JaVale McGee looks like he's about to win his 2nd overall ring next year. The GOAT himself, James Jones, has won 3 NBA championships and been to the NBA Finals 7 straight times. Yet none of those guys are going to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame once their career is all said and done. T-Mac, on the other hand, no rings, but he's a Hall of Famer. So that was the first point. The second point though was kind of just glazed over. People kind of slept on the first 11 words that Tracy McGrady said when he said that. Listen to this fire right here. Social media can give a lot of people voices these days. Man, low-key just released the realest line of 2017. Players that play in this era of basketball right now have more pressure than any NBA player in the history had ever had put upon them. Back in the day, players didn't have to worry about what the fans thought about them. They didn't hear what the fans were saying before, after, and even during the game. Today, before, after, and even during a game, NBA players get their Twitter mentions blown up with fans talking about how bad they are playing. That's why you ain't got a ring. Did you know PND just scooped your girl? Stuff like that. All day, 24/7. That's the life of an NBA player. And as fans on the internet, we glorify NBA rings. Championships are above anything else. You won 5 MVPs in your career, but you didn't win a ring. Overrated. 3-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. How many rings you got? 0? Get out my face. No MVPs. No Defensive Player of the Years. No All-NBA teams. No All-Star teams. 14 total career minutes played. That man a bum. Wait, actually he won a ring? I take it back, that man a legend. We as fans sometimes put an unreasonable amount of value on NBA championships in terms of career success, to the point where when we are comparing the careers of players, that's one of the biggest things we use to determine who had the better overall career. Some people would say that a guy that has 2 NBA championships and made the All-Star team 1, 2, maybe 3 times had a better overall career than the guy that was a 7-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, and made multiple All-NBA teams. To me, all I see is the guy that had the 2 championships was more fortunate than the other guy. But some people see it as the guy that had the couple of rings had the better overall career, and that's just because of the weight that we put upon NBA championships. And when we do that online, the players see it, of course. They see it and they hear it and they know it. They know in our eyes the only thing that matters is NBA championships, which causes even some of the NBA stars to ring chase. And that leads us perfectly into the next topic. Kevin Durant. He talked yesterday, really for the first time, about how he felt about how we felt about him and his decision. Before this, he never really fully opened up about it. So take a listen to what he had to say real quick.
Can't worry about what people say. I can't let that distract me when I'm on the court playing. And it has before, no lie, it has. But can't worry about what they'll say after the game or how I'm playing. I just gotta go play. Let the work take control, let the work take over.
Social media. Like I said, these players hear and see everything. You're kidding yourself if you think they don't. And you're also kidding yourself if you think it doesn't get to them. They may be these giants, these multi-millionaires, these celebrities, but at the end of the day, they are still human and have human feelings that get humanly hurt, even if they do try and do their best to hide it. Some NBA players learn to block it out, or like Kobe did, he learned to feed off of the hate. But for some other players, the pressure put on them by us fans really gets to them, they can't handle it, and it completely destroys them. And something else I found interesting in this interview was Kevin Durant going on to talk about how his decision to join the Warriors affected the rest of the NBA. I was really glad this was brought up because ever since the Warriors won the NBA championship, this was a point that I have been trying to make. And that point is that the Warriors' dominance is only going to force the rest of the NBA to get even better.
Do you know how you changed for better the league and how people address it?
I was really just thinking about myself. You know, I didn't care about how it would affect the league, how it would affect anybody else but myself. With our team now and the way we play, we're forcing the league to get back to the skilled players. Like forcing guys to be able to dribble, pass, shoot. If you're a one-dimensional player, you can't play in our league. You can't play against us. I looked at it as I'm just helping the league turn back to being a skilled league.
Most people right now think the NBA is ruined. KD ruined the NBA. The Warriors are going to win at least the next 3 NBA championships, and there's not a single thing anyone could do about it. But isn't this just like the time when LeBron James formed the Big 3 in Miami? Wasn't the NBA supposed to be ruined back then? There weren't supposed to be any teams that could compete with them back then. But we all know how that turned out. Was the NBA ruined? Not at all. It actually made the NBA even better in my eyes. You can even go back to the 2000s, the early 2000s. They were dominated by the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. They were winning ring after ring after ring. People thought they were unbeatable. And how did that turn out? Was the NBA ruined? Not at all. There will always be a dominant team. It's just how it works. Except that dominant team always eventually loses to an even better team because it forced the rest of the NBA to get better. So while the Warriors very well may win the next 2 or maybe even 3 championships, eventually there will be a time when the NBA catches up to the Golden State Warriors and a team surpasses the Golden State Warriors, and now the league is just much better as a whole. And there has never ever been a better time to be an NBA fan than right now. We are seeing the best basketball that has ever been played and is only going to get better. But that's going to lead us to the question of the day. Would you rather win an NBA championship or not win an NBA championship but get into the Hall of Fame? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, but now let's take a look at what you guys said in yesterday's video. And yesterday, after Derrick Jones Jr. ended the career of a young NBA fan, I asked you guys, how would you feel if you got dunked on like that? And here is what you said. If an NBA player dunked on me like that, I would have flopped hard and broke a bone or something, he most definitely finna come out them pockets. That's facts. Get paid. Question of the day. I feel disrespected and honored at the same time. P.S. Pistons are trash. I noticed you're a Thunder fan. You have Kyle Singler on your team. You have no right to call anything else trash. Like always though, don't forget to leave your answer for today's question of the day down in the comment section below. But other than that, thank you once again for watching the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to break that like button's ankles and subscribe for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!